In the meantime, the parliamentary opposition is questioning the actions of the health ministry. Anthony Lugg has that angle.
We have officers who work in the ministry, despite the fact that we had a pandemic and there were emergencies, they still had their job, and their job was to do this.
Opposition spokesman on health, Dr. Maurice Guy, responding to the findings of the damning Auditor General report on money the health ministry spent without formal contracts to deal with issues linked to COVID-19 pandemic. The health minister has been insisting there was no misappropriation of funds. However, Dr. Guy says the details of the report are concerning.
The Ministry of Health entered into contracts without even using the emergency procurement. And even after using, in few instances, the emergency procurement, they have not given a justification to the Finance Ministry or to the the Public Procurement Committee as to the basis for utilizing emergency procurement.
The Auditor General also found that the ministry transferred $20 million to a non-governmental organization in order to fund activities to contain the spread of COVID-19. However, the health ministry did not implement measures to track the utilization of the funds disbursed. The Auditor General noted that the NGO spent $14 of the $20 million it received on activities unrelated to COVID-19 emergency.
You can't just dole out money to entities and individuals without having accountability. The accounting officer is the permanent secretary. The minister presides over the ministry, and both of them need to account to the country why this is so and why this is not so. Why have we gone down a path which, incidentally, as a sitting member of the Public Accounts Committee, which sees these reports and interrogates them, as well as the permanent secretary, this has been a recurrent decimal. And it is time our permanent secretaries as accounting officer recognize that it is not their ministry's money. It is public funds governed by the FAAA Act.
As for the $189 million for the purchase of fixed assets, which were reportedly acquired to support its COVID-19 response efforts, the ministry did not indicate on the purchase records the reasons for acquiring the devices. Consequently, the auditors were unable to determine how these acquisitions related to COVID-19 response initiatives. This, according to the report, is a deficiency in the ministry's asset management control system, as it goes against the procedures set out in the financial instructions, which mandate public entities to maintain proper inventory records of all fixed assets. So, the findings are in, and now the country will have to wait until a parliamentary committee meets to get the health ministry's fulsome response. As for how long the country will have to wait,
we are going to be meeting on Tuesday to deal with another matter, but certainly based on the committee and the chairman and the decision of the committee, we may seek to hasten the minister coming before the PAC.
Anthony Lugg, TVJ News.